What is up, guys? Welcome back today to a brand new video. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. But before I get into the topic of today, first I just want to say I have a bit of a cold, so my voice sounds a bit different. Sorry for that. But another thing I wanted to mention is Mascules J's video where he just talks about a bunch of manga YouTubers and something they think he could, why he likes them and why he thinks they can improve. He doesn't seem to be very happy with the video that he put out. He said on Twitter and stuff like that that he could have put, well, he didn't really enjoy the video and how it came out, but I still think it's an amazing video and he's doing a great job of bringing the manga community together. So just go show him some love. I'll leave his channel link in the description below and just go watch all his videos and stuff. I think he's a great YouTuber, and like I said, he's doing a good job for the manga community. He featured me on this video, so I'm grateful for that. And I'd like to just kind of return the favour, so I'll leave a channel link in the description below. Please go and show some love to his channel as well. But the main topic of today's video, which I wanted to talk about, was My Hero Academia The Two Heroes. Now, I don't really plan to make a lot of anime related content on the channel, but I want to make this video about the movie and my favourite anime is 2019 video, 2018, sorry, later in the month. But yeah, I would still be sticking to the manga related content, but I did really want to talk about this movie. I went to go see it in the cinema in both subs and dubbed, and they were both amazing. And I just wanted to talk about how great the movie was. I'll probably be talking about a few spoilers in the video, so if you haven't seen the movie, then probably I would advise not to watch this. But if you have, I'd like to discuss anything that you want to talk about in the comment section below. Just make sure you put a spoiler warning comment before you write your comment, just in case. So, first thing I wanted to talk about in regards to the movie. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the first thing I'd like to talk about is that the way it captured the feeling of the anime so perfectly. It was just felt like a 2 hour long episode of the anime. They use the same voice actors for both subbed and dubbed, I'm pretty sure. Definitely for dubbed, I'm not sure about subbed. But every character just feels the same. They act the same way. No one acts different. Bakugo is his normal self. Todoroki, Mineta, and it does the same kind of thing they do in the series where each character gets their moment to shine. And I just think that the movie does an amazing job of capturing the spirit and what makes the anime so amazing. So that's I'm happy with that, and that's done well. And if you can tell already, I absolutely love this movie. While I wouldn't say it's the best anime movie ever, I'd still probably say that it goes to Your Name. I would probably say that it's my personal favourite simply because of how much I love My Hero Academia and how well the movie does everything pretty much. You can definitely see that movies do get more of a budget and more time for better animation, because the final fight in this movie is one of my favourite anime fights ever. It is done amazingly, but I'll probably touch on that again later. Another thing that I expected from the movie, but not even as much as it happened to be, and that's just the humour. It was absolutely amazing. I think Mineta was probably the main focal point when it came to comedy in the movie. And he definitely delivered on it. When I saw that Mineta was in the movie, I didn't expect it to be anything less than just funny every time he was on screen, and it definitely delivered on that. And when it's his moment to climb up the vent, he definitely makes that scene his own and captures the spotlight, I'd say. So as far as the humour goes, the movie was hilarious, just as I expected it. So yeah. Plot wise, I think the plot's pretty interesting. The characters that they introduced, David Shield and Sam, who wasn't really much of a vocal character until towards the end, were both interesting. From the beginning, you could tell something was kind of off, but I definitely thought the plot progressed well. It made sense. It was interesting. It was definitely an intriguing part of the I did a good job of it, keeping you interested in the movie, and I think the plot twist at the end, which I won't spoil, is something that you could kind of see coming from the beginning, but the way that it's done is very good. And kind of like there's like a couple of plots just happen in one moment, all which are not very hard to predict, but were still interesting. I think the one with Sam was the one that surprised me the most. Just simply didn't expect it, because considering he wasn't really a very vocal point of the movie. So I thought that was quite something that I didn't expect. But the rest of the plot in general was good. The villain, I'm not exactly sure of his name, wasn't awful. I mean, he didn't have much time to progress, but because of what happened at the end and the way he kind of ended up, he didn't really need much room or time to grow. He was there for the kind of to use the helmet and stuff towards the end of the movie, and he wasn't really important for that much else. I think it was much more about David Shield and All Might's relationship, and also just obviously the students of Class 1A, and just how they dealt with the situation of villains attacking. So that wasn't too bad, and the villain wasn't awful, but he wasn't amazing either. And then the final character that was new to this movie was Melissa, and she kind of just shared the same ideals as Deku, being quirkless herself. She wanted to become a design things. I'm pretty sure become an inventor, similar to David Shield, that could help heroes. So kind of a heroes from the sideline, I'm pretty sure is the word she used. And she was interesting enough. I think the back and forth between Uraraka and her at the beginning of the movie was quite funny, or how Uraraka dealt with them not really being on a date, but that's how she saw it, and that was quite funny. So Melissa was a decent character, and it was just kind of having Deku kind of look in the mirror to see what could have happened with him if he remained quirkless and if he didn't meet All Might. So that's quite interesting, and I think that the contrast between them two, but also the similarities, is quite what kept what made Melissa such an integral character for Deku in the movie. Now, the only problem in the movie, I would say the movie faced, is that it was kind of, when you watch a movie that you already know, like considering this movie set between seasons 2 and 3, you know none of the characters are going to die, and even though it is canon, the stakes aren't really that big, because you know that, like for example, when Deku's given his hand or gauntlet, I think it's called the full gauntlet, at the beginning of the movie, that will probably be gone or destroyed by the end of the movie, simply because he doesn't have it in season 3. Now, there's not really much you can do about those kind of stuff, but that is something that kind of plagues this movie, because you know what's going to happen in the anime. The stakes aren't really massively set, but saying that, it doesn't really take away from the final act, which I'll talk about now. Everything from Deku getting up, holding his arm from then onwards, is just amazing. The way that he kind of uses his power, but it isn't enough to capture or get back David Shield. It kind of shows how, although he has the willingness to become a hero, he just isn't quite there yet. But then you see the Savior All Might come in, and it's just a perfect representation of their relationship. Whilst Deku is still trying to become the next All Might and on his way up, he just hasn't quite got the ability yet, and All Might is still there to kind of have his back and teach him the ways to become a true hero. And obviously, you know that Deku eventually becomes the #1 hero. So I just think that was a really amazing scene when All Might's running up the building and all the glass is breaking, and he blows up the plane. That was an amazing scene, and then everything from then on is amazing. Like I said, the final fight is, for the fact that they're only fighting pretty much moving metal, it's done so well. I think that Todoroki and Bakugo, being the top 2 in the popularity poll, are pretty important in this movie. They help out the most other than Deku, out of 1A. And when Yusei Run starts playing, that's when the most hype came in. I almost cried at the end of the movie with the double Detroit Smash. And I thought it was absolutely amazing the way that it was handled, the final fight. And when David Shield sees All Might jumping and then it changes to Deku, and he realizes that he's his successor, it's just a scene of beauty pretty much. I think the whole final act of the movie is done amazingly. You can definitely tell that the budget was high, and the animation on it the bit where they were running, the bit where they did double choice smash, like I said, just the fact that they just had go beyond plus ultra between themselves, All Might and Deku, just was just it just definitely brought the hype levels up even more, and it captured, like I said, My Hero Academia so perfectly. So that's all I really wanted to say. This video's been a kind of like a story kind of thing because I didn't really know exactly what I was going to say before coming into it. I just wanted to talk off the top of my head about the amazingness of the movie and how much I loved it. And I think I've pretty much covered anything, but if you have watched the movie, let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I thought it was really good, like I said, probably my favourite anime movie. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, thanks to Masuko J for his shout out in the video, and he's doing a great job with bringing the man community together, like I said, so go subscribe to him, link in the description below. Other than that, I'll have my 2018 favourite anime coming out at some point later. Now that I've watched this movie, I've got a few other stuff to watch. Again, sorry for my voice being ill, but other than that, have a great day, and peace.